What's up, what you good? So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, to all those watching. Tell us a little bit about what Persistent Magazines is truly about. With all that being said, why don't you give the people a quick overview and tell them a little bit about what you're doing and plans for the future.
Yeah, man, well, it's good to be here. Thanks for having me. I feel like you and I had a good conversation last weekend. Just the vibe's always been good with us. But yeah, bro, so I started photography about 7 years ago and really did that pretty much solely for those years. And then just last year started doing the magazine and, really just had so many photos and content and relationships. So it's just really flowed well just to be able to create the magazine.
That's pretty cool, honestly, to hear that you're able to develop that relationship with the artists. What does Persistent Records mean to you as far as an image you want people to take with them?
It really just means no matter the hurdles you have, no matter the doors that don't open, you just continue to keep going, no matter the energy, the negativity or anything. You just keep pushing and you don't give up with it. And it's definitely, for me, that's how I try to brand myself, is I'm not going to be affected by things. I'm going to keep, stay on the course and just continue to work. And the only thing that's going to stop me is like death, because I'm just going to keep going.
After one of our first conversation, what really keeps you motivated to do what you're doing today? I know you're doing a lot and it's taking a lot. So
yeah, I think it's a couple of things. It's really just like the passion that I have for it. It's like the genuine love. So I'm just going to continue to do it because I love to do it. And then I think over the years, just like having that little bit of regret of like if I didn't do something. So I just try to take every opportunity I can because I really don't want to miss out. And I feel like everything you take the chance to do, like you have so many opportunities from it, and just the experience alone can be so powerful. So I think it's like sometimes the hardest thing for me, if you do it, like it can be the most reward. So I think for me, I just try to do as much as possible and just keep pushing along.
with that being said, where do you plan on taking everything you're currently building and creating right now?
Really certain steps I want to take is getting into different cities with the magazine in particular, going to, Sacramento, going to LA, going to the Bay, and trying to get into sneaker shops and like art shops and really just try to push what I'm doing, because I really do feel like I'm still in that building phase where I'm really trying to push and really build a fan base. So it's just about trying to get it out there. I do some of that through like Instagram promotion or just certain things, networking with people. I've been getting into with certain artists that are from, back east, like a little bit in Atlanta. So just trying to broaden the reach that I have and just, get my stuff out there, more exposure.
Your market, I know we just talked a little bit about going to different cities. If so, what do you want to get out of what you're doing today?
I think investing in myself, investing in somebody that can do more promotion for me, more advertising, and have people that know certain things that I don't necessarily know that can maybe help, and at least to try that, and then continue to do what I can do and continue to grow how I've been growing and just keep expanding, and just definitely trying to push that LA market. There's a lot down there.
For sure.
And so even just trying to take a trip out there, go to the shops, see what's going on, meet up with some artists, and just start to kind of drive that, and just keep, I think it really is about momentum. And I think if you can have some really, really good moments and keep piling them up, it can definitely help a lot.
Do you ever plan on partnering up with other publishing or magazine companies?
Yeah, I think one of the hopes for me would be to get into something like a Barnes & Noble or get into other shops. And I think part of that is getting legitimate publishing done, where it's really like everything is edited and all that kind of stuff to get it to meet the standard. So that's definitely a goal of mine as I keep going with the magazines, just making sure that I'm setting it up in a way that's going to protect me as far as copyright and trademarking and everything, and then also getting it into a market where it could be sold at a store where they're going to be able to approve it. So I think that is a goal of mine. Right now I do it all in-house. Like have a publisher that's out in Montana, but they mostly just do printing. They're not doing like total publishing.
Okay.
So, definitely just trying to...
And how do you set yourself aside from others who are working towards the same thing in 2024?
I always pride myself on consistency. I feel like I have consistently put out work for years. When I first made my photography Instagram, I was posting every day at 2 p.m. And I feel like for me, consistency is what sets me apart, is just continuously putting work out and making it equally good, not having those fall offs, but just consistently putting out product. And so I really do pride myself on that. And then just really just having a genuine love for what I'm doing.
What is your concentrated market right now? Like, what are you most focusing in and wanting to sell in?
Really focusing on like college age students, like at UNR, really trying to do some targeted marketing out there, especially like in the spring and summer, having people go out there and try to sell product, even just get exposure. Somebody could get a sticker and at least kind of understand the brand, maybe follow the brand, and really just target that kind of 18 to 24 demographic.
Okay.
And then also like shows, like hip hop shows, like selling there, having a table, and just kind of, when you have that concentrated demographic in one place, just trying to capitalize.
What are you planning on doing in the future to help your company and brand grow?
I think definitely, like we were talking about, like expanding, bringing in certain people that know certain sides that I don't know, trying to get, I think mentors are really important, and I have some, but I think trying to develop that more, getting people that are where I want to be and learning from them and having them take me under their wing, because I think the more knowledge is just so much more powerful, and just continuing to keep going but elevating at the same time. I've seen things where maybe I'll continue doing the same thing for too long, and sometimes you got to look and take like a little awareness and start to change up if you need to, kind of modify the route. If you're like going the same way the whole time and it's not working, you got to kind of change it up a little bit. Magazine, I really try to touch on, of course, the artists first and foremost, but also fashion. Hip hop and fashion really go hand in hand. And then also speaking on those other things and really just photography too. So it's all of that culminating in one written publication. And that's what I like about the magazine, is I can have multiple things. And just finished up my 6th issue of the magazine. The 4th one is going to come out next month. It's going to have Kai Benz on the cover, and he's going to actually be at Lex the weekend it comes out. So hoping to do something cool with that. And then I'm going to be working on a football issue that's going to be showcasing local football players, and that's going to be the whole issue. And then just continuing to push the magazines, continuing to learn. I really started like having to learn from point A. So just as I keep going with them, I'm learning more. The content's going to be better. I'm going to start doing some things like look backs. Like if I spoke with someone in the first issue, bring them back around, see what's going on since then. Okay. So trying to just keep it active, keep incorporating people, making sure I'm showing love to people that really are putting the work in and being persistent. So I think it's really just about showcasing the best here and then also around the country.
For letting me hear a little bit about Persistent Magazines, Persistent Records, and a little bit of what Ethan got going on. So thank you, bro. Appreciate it.